Okay, closing our eyes and gently allowing the sinking into the ground. Taking a few moments to land. Inhale, exhale. To feel comfortable in the space around us, allowing the weight to drop down. We can use touch a little bit to soften our face and our mouth, as just gently trace the outlines of our body. Breathing in, breathing out. Feeling the ground beneath us, feeling the body in the contact with the ground, releasing the weight into the ground. Placing our attention into the center of the pelvic floor. So the first gland that we are exploring is called Perineal Body, and it's a point right in between our sits bones and the pubic bone and the coccyx. Just allowing the attention to land there and to feel the center point of our pelvic floor, where the front body and the back body meet. And allowing that point to yield to the floor. Gently releasing the sound from that place. Mm. 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 When exploring the glands, we kind of focus on the radiating of that area. Every gland has a particular vibration emanating from that point, similar to a gong sound, spreading and permeating the body. And feel the connection of this perineal body with the ground. With the pelvis and legs. It's like the beginning point from where the stalk of our body, the trunk of our body is growing. And then we move slightly upwards at a point just beneath the coccyx, a point called Coccygeal Body. And also allowing the sound to emanate from that point. We can use touch, gently press the area just below the coccyx. It's more in the back. There are many ways we can awaken the glands using the touch, breath, voice, but basically building a pyramid from the bottom up, from the perineal body into the coccygeal body. Also activating the bottom of the spine and the pelvis. And going a little bit further into the gonads. So in the female body, the ovaries, and the testes in men, using touch on the lower belly to connect with these structures. And again, from the center point of the perineal body, going more in the back for the coccygeal, and now again more in the front for the gonads. The gonads, which also give us this propulsion into space. Landing in those areas and allowing the sound to emerge. Oh. Taking a deep breath, being really gentle in this exploration. The glands are very powerful, and always being aware of the chain traveling up and down, not staying too long in one gland and pumping on it, but just allowing it to shine and radiate. And then this radiation of movement, this echo, we allow it to trickle down through our body into the ground and up towards the heavens. Whether you are standing still or moving, observing the movement internally, allowing the vibration to sparkle like the bubbles spreading. And the next gland higher up is the adrenals. In the back, just above the kidneys. So both the gonads and the adrenals are pairs of glands. And whereas the ovaries and the testes provide support in the front, feel how the radiation of the adrenals again gives us support from the back. Adrenals also being connected to the center of the body, the belly button. Making our body into a six-pointed star. And let's try sounding from the adrenals. Oh. Now, with this light shining from all these lower glands, from the belly button down, see how just activating these glands is making a difference on the tissue of the whole lower body. And the next gland, a little higher up, we go to the pancreas, a long central organ located in the solar plexus area, just below the diaphragm, above the belly button. And from the navel radiation of the adrenals, the pancreas, it's like two triangles intersected. So one is from the pancreas into the legs, and the other is from the pancreas into the arms. And here we can feel this transition into the upper body. So the pancreas being the gland of just before we transit above the diaphragm. And something about this border of the diaphragm. Everything below the diaphragm like being rooted in the ground. And then above the diaphragm is like we are growing above the ground. So the sound of our pancreas, feeling it in movement, just inviting it with our intention and attention, and the sound comes out. Try to feel how the pancreas is radiating into the arms. And into the legs, this second triangle. And again, always try to remember the chain all the way up and coming down again into the lower glands. Feel now the whole lower body below the diaphragm through this glandular chain. We are moving higher up into the heart. This little structure inside the heart called the heart body. So heart is an organ, but it also has this glandular quality of emanating, radiating. And as soon as we go above the diaphragm into the heart, this direct connection with the hands, with the arms, with the horizontality, 360 degrees all around. Try sounding from the heart. Stay a little bit with this resonance. See where the movement takes you or the inner sensation. How heart connects to the hands. How it can rest on the diaphragm with the support of all the lower glands. And then going a little bit higher with the attention into the thymus. Very top of the chest. Just behind the manubrium and the sternum, taking us even higher. Higher in the body, higher in consciousness. You feel what it does to the upper chest. And again, remembering that we are building a pyramid from the ground up. So all the other glands beneath serve as a support. So this perineal body is the base, and then every other gland can yield into the base. Now the throat, the thyroid gland. And gently massage the neck area. And be really gentle with the thyroid. So with any gland that you are having possibly some problems with or weaknesses, it's better to practice strengthening and awakening the other glands in the chain and finding the support of the other glands instead of pumping on one gland. Sound from the thyroid. Uh, 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 Thyroid radiating into the neck, upper spine, cervical spine, and like a bridge transitioning into the glands of the head. Oh, feel the chain all the way down to the perineal body. And from this underground, let's say, qualities of the lower glands into the horizontality of the heart. And thymus opening us a little bit higher, and then throat into the head. So in the head, the first gland we're going to explore is the pineal. Or in the back, you could have noticed that the sounding is getting higher and higher. Let's try awakening the pineal, this gland with many interesting and mystical properties. And then we go more to the front into the pituitary gland. So if you can imagine pineal and pituitary like two sides of a seesaw. Okay, and just feeling all these waves radiating up and down. The mind of the glands. I feel it as a little bit ethereal, certain lightness in it, traveling up and down. Connecting us to the sky and to the ground. Like a ladder. And how with our consciousness we can descend and feel these denser qualities of the ground, our legs, pelvis, centeredness of our stomach, and crossing the diaphragm, the heart, and the horizontal. And gently rising the neck, head, and the heavens. And how our body is the connection of heaven and earth. All these different qualities. It's like the glands bring the light and the lightness. Okay, gently opening the eyes, observing the space around us. And landing, finishing the exploration.